Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As I promised that I'll be taking the next chapter, The Plant Fairy of Grade 3 EVS. So this chapter is all about how children can understand the classification of plants by just observing plants, trees, herbs, shrubs, climbers and creepers in their nearby surroundings. So they touch and they feel and they can easily classify. Now, this chapter teachers can explain by taking children outside the class in the playground of the school. It will be much easier and it will be much enjoyable chapter to children because when you touch and see, you remember it for a longer duration. So the plant theory is basically how one child becomes a plant and then it gives the instruction that you have to touch a plant which is having thick trunk and rough leaves like this. So it's giving more a different kind of knowledge. So let's begin this chapter, the plant fairy. Last Sunday, we went to a garden in the neighborhood. We played hide and seek, chupan chupai, and antakshari. Now, those who don't know what is this game they are talking about, chupan chupai and antakshari. So these are two different types of games. Chupan chupai is hide and seek in English. That is one child he has to search the other children who are hiding. Okay, so that is seeking or finding out the other children where they are hiding. Antakshari is a game in which you have to sing songs and like suppose one child has sung a song and it is ending at a letter A. So other child has to start the song which has the word which has the alphabet A in the word. So this is the game Antakshari. So in the garden, children were playing two games, Antakshari and hide and seek. They were telling we had a lot of fun. After some time, Didi said, "Let us play a new game today. We had played this game in the camp last year. I will be Plant Fairy. The plant fairy will call out a name of something and you all will have to touch it." The game began. Didi said, "The plant fairy asks you to touch a plant." At once, all children ran towards the plants. Now, so as many children were there in the garden, so they were playing the games. Now, there was a eldest girl, and it is called as Didi uh, in North India, and in the South India here we call Akka, right? So they were playing the game Plant Fairy. So Didi said that we have to touch a plant, and then she was giving the instruction what kind of plant they have to touch. Okay, so you can see this picture, children, that this is Didi. She's sitting in the center of the garden, and there you can see a big tree. It's having a very big trunk. Then there are some uh, plants which are having the flowers, beautiful flower, colorful flower. Now this Didi told that you have to touch. She told that you have to touch a plant. Now these four kids they went. So there was a girl named Amu. She held the marigold plant. Other girl Shabnam, she sat and she touched the jasmine plant. Then there was Michael, and Michael touched a mehendi bush. And there he just caught a neem tree. Didi said, "Very good. Everyone has touched a plant. But have you noticed that all the plants are different from each other?" "Didi, you are also sitting on little plants," said Shabnam. "Can you name the plant on which Didi was sitting?" Now, as Didi told that you have to touch the plant, so all touched. Didi told that you have you noticed one thing that all the plants which you have touched they were different from one another, right? If you will see in the picture also, you will understand that the size and the shape of all the plants are different from one another. For example, if you see this one is big giant plant. These ones are very small. Okay. They are having a very tender stem. Again, this one is having beautiful flower. Now, Didi is also sitting on some plant. Now, it is called as grass. So, different classification we are going to study later on. So, can you name the plant on which Didi was sitting? Yes, she was sitting on the grass. The game started again. The plant fairy now said, touch a tree which has either thick or thin trunk. Our next criteria to touch the plant was in first when Didi started the game. She did not mention, she just told that you have to go and touch a plant. Now here in the second one what she is telling is that you have to go, you have to touch a plant whose trunk is either thick or thin. Now this one can you see three of them are holding such a huge trunk. Well if you can see this one only one child is holding and one hand is enough. Okay. The children ran again to touch the trees with thick or thin trunks. Have you seen a tree with a trunk as thick as the one shown in the picture? So if you can see this one, it's very big, it's very giant. Now, can you remember any tree which you have seen whose trunk is as thick as this one? So it's the banyan tree. Michael found the game very interesting. He thought how lucky the fairy was. She could order everyone around. Now I would be plant fairy, said Michael. The children laughed aloud. A boy fairy? They were now ready to take orders from the new plant fairy. Now there is a gender stereotype which has been removed in this paragraph that it is not necessary that plant fairy will be always boy. It could be that fairy would always be a girl. It could be a boy also. Fairy doesn't indicate that it will be always girl. It could be a boy as well. Now Michael got the chance and he said, get me some leaves quickly. But remember, you are not supposed to pluck the leaves from the plants, said Didi. Children ran to collect the leaves which were lying on the ground. Now we are not allowed to pluck any of the leaves from the trees. We are supposed to pick them up from the ground itself. Okay. So Michael gave the instruction that you have to collect the leaves which are there on the ground. Don't pluck them. Now can you see the leaves? Do all leaves have similar color, shapes and margin? If you will see and you will ask them what is the margin all about. So if you will see the edge of this tree, if you will see the edge of this leaf, this is quite semicircle. Okay. If you will see this one, it's more of an oval and then becomes a triangular and had a pointed tip. So margin for something which is the edge area of the leaf. So do all the leaves have similar color, shape and margins? So the answer is no. It's not possible. They all have different shape, color and margin. Dayaram said, I did not know that there were so many types of leaves. Look, some are round, some are long and some are triangular. If you see in this picture, this leaf is round in shape, this is triangular in shape, this is oval in shape, this one is oval in shape. Right, I'll write here. You see this one is oval in shape, this one is triangular in shape, and if you will see this one is the big one is a round in shape. Okay. Amu said there are so many different colors as well. Some are light green, some are dark green, some are even yellow, red and purple. There is one which is green but has white patches on it. Look, even the margin of these are different from each other. Some have straight margin and some uneven. Some of these margins even look like a saw, said Shabnam. Ambu and Shabnam shouted together. They also wanted to be plant fairy. Tini said, not today, maybe next Sunday. It is time to go home now. On the way back, Lily decided a poem for everyone. Now, if you can see, the color also of these leaves are quite different. It's light green. This one is light green. This one, if you see it having a mixture of three colors, blue, green and pink. Then it is again red and green. Now the colors of leaves, basically all the leaves are green in color because they have a pigment called as chlorophyll which gives them green color. Okay. Now this is the poem which VT recited. Now if you children want, you can color them all and it will look very nice and very good if you color them. And you can use different colors also. It's not necessary that you will use green color because some of the leaves are even red, purple in color and even yellow. So they are saying that color the leaves made around the poem. You can color it. Collect a few leaves of plants like lemon, mango, neem, basil, mint and coriander. Crush the leaves and smell them. Do they all smell alike? Can you identify the leaves just by their smell? Uh, so, no, they don't smell alike. And of course, yes, some can be identified by their smell, right? So all we know that all doesn't smell alike, but some of them we can identify by their smell. Okay, look at these beautiful pictures. They are made of dry leaves. Okay, wow, it's red. Okay, it's a kind of bird, and it's elephant. Yes, we saw them. What they are asking is they are made of dry leaves. Yes. Using dry leaves, make pictures of different animals in your notebook. So your teachers would ask you to do this to make some pictures of animal which you can make by using your own creativity but not copying from textbook. Didi taught everyone how to take rubbings, prints of leaves and tree trunks. All you have to do is, so you can take a paper and a crayon, okay? Then place the leaf on a table or on the ground. It should be placed in such a way that the side of the leaf with wings is on the top. Place the paper on the leaf. Gently rub the crayon or the color pencil on the paper. Be careful that the paper or the leaf doesn't move. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to take a leaf and then you have to put. You can either do it on a table. It will be more comfortable for you to do on a table. So put a leaf on the table, then put a paper. Then you have to put the leaf in such a way so that the veins are at the upper level. Okay, these are the veins. Then you have to take a crayon and then you have to rub it so that these are the surfaces which are above, so it will come on the paper itself. Similarly, the tree trunk also you can do the same. Okay. So now the second part of the chapter. This is the first part, and second part in which I will cover up all the textbook questions. Plus, I also give the extra question and answers which teachers can take help from and can make children write in their notebook. So, the next part, I will continue the rest of the textbook exercise solution and explanation of the chapter. Thank you very much, everyone.